I'm Tim,
I'm Jonah.
and welcome to Boheim Baseball.
And yesterday, first day of the playoffs.
Amazing first game of the wild card rounds, and there were some good games.
Yep. So, first game, the Cleveland Guardians won 2-1 over the Tampa Bay Rays. Big performances there.
J-Ram is their whole offense.
Not really. They had multiple hits from different players. They had over 7 hits. They just only got 2 runs out of it. Shane Bieber pitched incredible, handed off to Emmanuel Clase, which basically no one can hit. And yeah, that's a deadly 1-2 duo. That could win them a lot of games in this postseason.
Absolutely, especially if Clase can come in day after day. I don't know if he's even going to be available in today's game.
I don't know if they'll need him. You know, they have Sticks pitching, and I don't see too much happening. I see the Rays losing again, and the Guardians advancing.
With Glasnow pitching.
Yeah, Glasnow can't pitch that long. He's only pitched like 2-3 innings in his 2 starts beforehand. But we'll see. If Glasnow comes out, pitches well, then maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. So that's all there is to it.
Disappointing from the Rays offense. Wander Franco.
0 for 4.
0 for 4. Didn't really do anything the entire game.
Only offense really was from Jose Siri's solo home run. Shane McClanahan pitched well. Just, he let up the 1 home run to Jose Ramirez.
And really, what can you do? That's the best you can do as a starter. Sometimes they'll...
7 innings, 2 runs. Not bad,
Not bad for a starter. There's just no offense from the Rays.
No offense. Well, second game. The Phillies won 6-3 over the Cardinals. The first time in Cardinals history they've blown a 2-run or bigger lead in the 9th inning. Fun game to watch. Juan Yepes hit a clutch home run. Great pitching performances from Wheeler and Quintana.
Wheeler was okay, but Wheeler did let up 2 runs.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Did he? No, the home runs were... That was not off Wheeler.
Yes, it was.
It was off their relief pitcher.
I'm pretty sure that was off Wheeler.
No, it was not off Wheeler. It was off their relief pitcher. What's his name? It's, what's the name of the first relief pitcher that came in?
The lefty?
Yeah. It started with an A? Alvarado. Alvarado was the one that led up the 2 runs.
It actually was him, you're right.
Wheeler had 7 innings, no runs, no nothing. Wheeler pitched really well. Quintana, they only let him pitch 75 pitches. Maybe they should have let him more. But let's go to, I don't know, where the Phillies really kicked it in. Hazley lost his control. It's that jammed finger from the game before. Acted up, lost feeling in his hand. Couldn't throw his fastball for a strike.
Mm-hmm.
Got in trouble. And then Palante couldn't finish him off. It's basically what happened. Palante couldn't make outs. It seemed like, and then defense wasn't that good. The first one, I don't think Edman should have gotten to that ground ball.
He should have gotten to that ground ball.
I don't think he should have. I think there's no way that's an error.
It's under his torso.
It's under his glove. That was under his glove.
I know, but above his glove, the ball was here, his glove was there, and his glove was next to his torso.
No, it wasn't. It was extended.
It wasn't that extended. His head was over the ball.
There's no way. I don't think that was an error. That's not an error for me.
I say most people should have made that play.
Even if he made that play, it's still a tie game. It's still a tie game, and then they still score more runs.
No.
Yes, it's still a tie game if that play's made.
They did not score more runs.
Why not?
Plays like that.
Why wouldn't they score more runs? That would have been 1 or 2 outs? That would have been 2 outs. The next guy up got a hit.
There was already an out.
The next guy up got a hit. Yeah, that would have been 2 outs. The next guy up would have gotten a hit.
Not necessarily.
Even if he made that play,
the next Phillies one would have gone a ground out to Paul Goldschmidt, who would have stepped on the bag and ended the inning. That's where that ball went. It was a fielder's choice that allowed the run to score.
It still would have been a tie game.
And guess what happened in the 9th inning? RBI from Nolan Gorman. Cardinals win the game if Tommy Edman makes that play.
I don't think so. Cardinals
win that game if that is played by Tommy Edman.
I think the Phillies put in a different relief pitcher there if they didn't have that big of a lead.
I still say Cardinals win that game in the long run. Cardinals had the better bullpen if it goes to extra innings.
They didn't have the better bullpen, though. You saw their bullpen. They
had an injury. They lost the game because a pitcher got injured.
And Pallante couldn't get outs.
Pallante pitched well. It wasn't Palante's fault. All of it was weak contact off the bat.
It wasn't that weak.
All of those balls could have been outs. There's no one of those
Not
hits
all of them.
that should have been a hit.
The first one should have been a hit.
None of the balls hit on the ground are a hit all of the time.
90% of second basemen aren't making that first play. 90%. You saw a Gold Glover couldn't make the play.
A Gold Glover had a bad bounce.
No, he couldn't make that play.
He could have made that play.
I agree that Arenado could have made that play. And I agree Goldschmidt, I was thinking there might have been a chance at a double play on the ball.
All three of those balls were playable balls.
They were playable, but there wasn't a great chance on the first one.
I say there was.
I don't think there was. But that's just how I see it. I don't blame Edman for anything in that game. I think it was a solid, good hit.
It was not. If anything, if Edman would have been playing at normal depth instead of playing with the infield in, that's an out every single time.
Yeah, but their whole infield's playing in. It's a call from the manager. You expect
it's still a playable ball. Even if it's a bad call from the manager, it's a playable ball.
I think 90% of second basemen don't make that play.
Absolutely not.
I don't think they make that play.
Absolutely not.
I don't think they make that play. But that's just how I think about it. First, like I said, the Phillies won the first game. We'll see how the second game goes. They have their better pitcher today in Aaron Nola. Cardinals are pitching Michaelis. So we'll see how that game goes.
I say that the Phillies have a chance of losing in the late innings because they used their bullpen yesterday. And their bullpen, even the best people in their bullpen, were not that effective versus the Cardinals.
But if they want to, they have some of their starters out of their bullpen.
But their starters aren't that great. The third, fourth, fifth starters aren't that great.
Third starter is Suarez. Who's pretty good. He had like a 3.4 ERA.
I still think they're all hittable. I think anyone the Phillies can put in the game today is hittable after their starter.
Who do the Cardinals have that's not hittable out of their bullpen now?
Flaherty.
You said his name wrong.
Flaherty out of the bullpen, you don't hit him.
I think he's hittable. He's shown to be hittable, and he's not that healthy. Okay, you just named a starter. The Phillies have starters out of their pen. I wonder what relief pitchers do the Cardinals have left that are good. Didn't they just use their best two in Pallante and Hillsley?
Pallante was not their best reliever.
I was saying he's second or third best, right?
No, there's more relievers in there.
Who? Because they used Hicks, he wasn't their best, but he got a solid inning in.
I think Hicks is still available.
I think Hicks is available today, but I wouldn't put out the question that David Robertson's available today again for the Phillies.
I don't think David Robertson
and Zach Eflin's going to be in again too. No, David Robertson has the history to show that he's a good player. I think that the Phillies have a chance.
I think the Phillies.
If the Phillies can get the Aaron Nola, they should win the game. If the Phillies can get the Aaron Nola, they win the game.
If the Phillies get the Aaron Nola,
not the Phillies. The Cardinals get the Aaron Nola, they win the game. If the Cardinals can't get the Aaron Nola, I see the Phillies winning again. Because Aaron Nola is a better pitcher than Michaelis. He's just a better pitcher. I know the Phillies' offense can be rough at times.
Aaron Nola can get better strikeout.
No, Aaron Nola's the better pitcher. He's the better pitcher.
Because you can even have Steven Matz come out of the bullpen today.
Okay.
You have Jordan Montgomery who can come out of the bullpen today.
Okay.
Zach Thompson's been good out of the bullpen.
Okay.
He's from Miami, I believe. Or no, he might be a rookie this year. But the Cardinals have the better bullpen. So
I'm not saying they don't have the better bullpen. I'm not saying they don't have the better bullpen. I'm just saying that Nola's the better pitcher, and the Cardinals have to get through him to win.
If it's tied after 7 innings, Cardinals win.
I'm not sure about that. You never know. It's the playoffs. You never know it's the playoffs, especially in the late innings. You saw what the Phillies did yesterday.
So a player got hurt. That's what happened yesterday. If a player doesn't get hurt, Cardinals win.
Okay. I'm just saying anything can happen in those late innings. Okay, next game. You can see we had some disagreements there. But next game, why did I just completely forget what happened?
Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays lost to the Mariners 4-0. Luis Castillo, very dominant. Very, very dominant. Couldn't hit off of him. Mariners had some good offense. Every single time that J-Rod was hit, which was twice, he scored a run. Eugenio Suarez played really well with some RBIs. Cal Raleigh hit a 2-run homer. Altogether, it was a great game for them, and it did not look good for the Blue Jays.
Cal Raleigh has really been a hidden gem over there for most of the season.
He hits a lot. He hits home runs. That's about it. He hits home runs.
Offense when he needed it the most.
Yeah. So yeah, Rayleigh has hit 2 of the biggest home runs in Mariners
Absolutely.
history.
He got him to the playoffs with a home run and got him game 1 with a home run.
Yeah, which is really cool. Mariners pitch Robbie Ray today versus Kevin Gausman, so that will be very interesting to see what goes on there. Yeah, that'll be an interesting game to see who wins. I think the Mariners are gonna keep rolling with it. You know, I said it before, and with my prediction, I think the Mariners are gonna keep rolling for a little while. I think they'll get stopped eventually, but I think right now, I think they got the Blue Jays. But you never know. The Blue Jays offense has been good. We didn't see Bo Bichette do anything too spectacular last game. I expect him to do better. I also expected Alek Manoah to pitch a little better, but you know that didn't get to him. What happened? The pressure is what you put in cars. What happened, Alek? What happened?
Well, you know, if you're getting to your first playoff game, and if you lose your control, if your mechanics are off, you're gonna give in runs. That's just gonna happen.
Yeah, so you know that series it was a good series. Luis Castillo was really showing why he deserved his extension and everything, and why he is still one of the top 15 best pitchers in baseball. You know, he had that rating a couple of years ago. He kind of, you know, got lost in the Cincinnati thing, but I think he's really solidified himself as great quality pitcher for the long term.
I don't think there's ever really been a time in his career where he hasn't been a great quality pitcher.
Like 2020, 2021, he struggled a little bit. He had more up towards a 4 ERA, but he's always been a good pitcher. Yeah, so that game today, again, it's Robbie Ray, Kevin Gausman. We'll see how that turns out. And the last game of the day, Mad Max. All that talking's coming back to you, isn't it, buddy? You let 7 runs, 7-0, 3 home runs, a 2-run. Was it 3 home runs? I think it was 4 home runs. 4 home runs.
4 home runs.
Machado had a solo. Josh Bell had a 2-run. Kim had a 3-run. It all around, and Grisham had a solo. All around, pounded the Mets. Starling Marte had 2 hits. And Gerardo Escobar hit a home run. So it was 7-1. And yeah, that.
Imagine not expecting having Marte going into the playoffs. He comes back and gets 2 hits.
Yeah, but they got blown out because Mad Max, he just didn't have it. You know? He
said he didn't have his fastball. And, you know,
that's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah, he said he didn't have a good fastball.
He didn't blame it on the Dodgers for pitching him too much last year. Anyway, I'm a salty Dodger fan. It's okay. Anyway, yeah, Mad Max's last 2 seasons has really shown that playoff time, he's not as solid as the regular season. We'll see if the Mets advance. We'll see how he does. That is the game one that I got wrong. I got the first 3 right for the playoff projections. Last game I got wrong. DeGrom pitches today. They kind of were forced to pitch him because they lost game 1.
Well, they were planning to pitch him if they lost game 1.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of forced their hand. You know, if they could have pitched him 3 or not even this series, they would have.
Well, any team would want to do that with their second best starter because of the
first best starter. He's their best starter.
If you want to do that you want to keep your best pitchers available to start the next series.
Yeah, especially because the next series is against the best team in baseball.
Well,
you know?
Any of the wild card teams, they're playing a better team going in, and they're already taxing their pitching going into it. You want to have a top quality starter for that series.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I think the Mets. I'll give my prediction for today. I think the Mets come back and win it today. I think they force the game 3. Don't know what happens in game 3, but I think they force the game 3. I think their offense will wake up a little. I think DeGrom will pitch well. I don't know how long he'll go because of his blister, but I think he'll pitch well. I think the Mets will win. I don't see the Padres offense doing that again.
I think San Diego finishes them off today. If they don't get DeGrom's going to be limited innings, and they can get to the bullpen. They used their bullpen yesterday.
Not the good ones.
I know. They were already losing by a lot by the time the bullpen came in. But I still think the Padres have a better chance because of that to really come away and get enough runs to put it away. It's not like they have, a low-quality starter pitching today. They're putting their best guys out there.
Who is it again today? Snell? I don't know who it is, to be honest with you. I didn't check that. I think it's Snell. If not, it would be Clevinger.
Padres have Blake Snell pitching today. And really, this past month, the Padres pitchers have had the lowest ERA against of any rotation.
I know.
I think they go in there. I don't think the Mets are going to get to him. I think Padres come away with it in Game 2.
I think the problem with Game 2 will be the Padres' offense will not show up.
I said Manny Machado showing up.
He hit 1 home run. That's all he did.
Well, yesterday. But I think Manny Machado will give you consistent performance.
I don't think the Padres' offense is showing up today. I don't think they're showing up today. I think
They have the momentum going into this game.
I think the Mets win. I know. I think the Mets win this game. Game 3, I'm not sure of yet, but I think the Mets win today. I also think the Mariners finish it off today versus the Blue Jays. I don't believe in Gausman to go stellar, and I know the Blue Jays bullpen isn't the best. And I think Robbie Ray will pitch well. He's a Cy Young award-winning pitcher, you know? I think the Mariners will win it today. I think their offense will show out. I think J-Rod will have a couple hits if he doesn't get hit by a pitch every other at-bat. And I have the Mariners just sweeping it today, getting ready for the Astros.
I say the Mariners have the higher chance of winning today, but it's not going to come off Kevin Gausman. I say Kevin Gausman comes and performs. He has been much better going into the last few months of the season. I say he carries that momentum into the start, and I don't think they're getting their runs off Kevin Gausman.
How did Gausman pitch in the playoffs last year? That would be an interesting stat to look at with the Giants. I know he probably only had, one start, maybe against the Dodgers. But yeah, I don't know about that one. Other games today, I think the Guardians finish it off. I don't see the Rays doing too much. Again, like I said, I think the Guardians come finish it off today with Tristan McKenzie pitching. So that's how I see that one going. I mean, the Rays could win it if Glasnow somehow comes out and pitches like a no-hitter and goes the full game. I'll be like, okay, man, you got it, man. I think Glasnow's a great pitcher. If healthy, he's a top 10 in baseball. If healthy, he's in Cy Young talks, you know? So that's always an interesting series. And, again, I don't know about the Phillies-Cardinals. I could see it going either way, this game. I could see it going either way. But again, like I said, I think the Phillies come out winning at the end of the series. I could be wrong, but that's just how I see it going.
I say key factor coming in is if the Cardinals' big three do something today.
I think it's on Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt has not performed so far. He's just not performed recently. I think Goldschmidt needs to kick it back into gear. I think Kyle Schwarber is a big part of it too if he doesn't strike out every time. And if Harper can figure his crap out, I think the Phillies become a lot more scary.
I don't think Harper or Schwarber figured it out the entire postseason.
I think Harper has a chance.
I say Harper's not healthy enough to figure it out until next year.
He's a 2-time MVP. I would not put Harper figuring it out off the table.
I don't think he'll be able to slug and be a proficient slugger.
Not slugs, but just some key base hits. I think
he can get a few base hits, but I do not think Harper is going to be a big slug threat going through this postseason.
I think he's a clutch hitter, though. I think he'll do well for him. But it is.
I think he's just a little too off balance in his swing to really be there for the Phillies.
He's a little off balance, but like I said, we were watching the game yesterday. Like they said, like one of the announcers said, 50% Bryce Harper is still better than a lot of players in the league.
But a lot of players on playoff teams.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna get the production that they need from Bryce Harper. And I think Schwarber, he's gonna hit a few home runs, but he's gonna strike out the majority of the time.
He's gonna strike out.
He's going against the best pitchers in the league.
Yeah.
I think Schwarber's still striking out 30% of the time.
Yeah, if not more. But he's still gonna have a home run. I think he'll still have at least one home run this series.
This series, I don't think he hits a home run.
I think he hits a home run this series and one or two next series.
One next series, none this series if they advance. I don't think Schwarber's really got it against high quality pitching.
I think he might hit a leadoff one today. That's my guess. Is a leadoff home run by Kyle Schwarber today. Wait a minute, who's pitching again? Michaelis, is he a righty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, leadoff home run Schwarber. That's my guess for today. That's my out of the blue guess. What's your out of the blue guess for today? I guess I had two of them. I said J-Rod would get a couple of hits too. What's your out of the blue guess?
Bo Bichette shows up.
Bo Bichette shows up. How many hits? RBIs? I don't know. I need a little more detail. I said Schwarber hit a leadoff homer.
3 for 4 with 3 RBIs.
Okay. Well, anyway, the playoffs start soon. well, the games today start soon. Hopefully this gave you a good recap, and we'll be back, I guess, Monday with basically just say who won and get ready for the division series. So yeah, we're excited, and I guess see you guys next time.